I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I'm a consultant and professional writer, and today I'm going to share some of the most common college essay mistakes I see from students and how to fix them. In my experience, the college essay is one of the easiest parts of your application to get wrong. Moving forward, I encourage you to think of your college application like a sales pitch. Your activities list, test scores, and GPA are the product, or maybe a sales page. It showcases competence and what you can offer. Your college essay is like a face-to-face pitch. In it, you need to convince the admissions officer to buy, and you need them to like you. But countless, sometimes hard to see, insidious mistakes litter college essays and undercut your argument. The first mistake that kills your essay is being boring. When you write your essay, I want you to write your essay for the college admissions officer who has already read 60 essays. They're tired, they're on their 5th cup of coffee, and your essay is the last thing preventing them from going home. How many times do you think they've read about a service trip epiphany, or the championship game, or a divorce, or a family member's influence? And how many times do you think they've read the phrases, "this experience taught me," or "I learned a valuable lesson," or "ever since I was a child," or "it was then that I knew"? To retain the attention of this admissions officer, you need to avoid cliches. Choosing a topic that has been written about so many times it writes itself, or telling a unique story in a tedious way, guarantees your essay will be hard to read. Now, students who choose cliche topics often think they don't have anything worth writing about. They select a topic they think is safe because they're concerned that they need bombastic, larger-than-life stories to wow admissions officers. Finding the cure for cancer can make a great college essay, but admissions officers are not looking for these stories the way you might think. Your college essay will explain why you'll be an asset to campus. It'll show how you think, your values, how you handle challenges, and the reality is most people lead ordinary lives. It would be cool to read about a grand adventure, but it won't necessarily be relatable. The best stories are, even if the backdrop is extraordinary, relatable to the reader. So you can write your essay about an interaction you had in the supermarket and have a better personal statement than someone who wrote it about growing up in a war-torn country. So please don't write the service trip essay because you're scared nothing in your daily life is worth writing about. Next, let's briefly talk about the writing itself. Look for and cut all cliché language in your essay and replace it with unique, memorable imagery and metaphors, and I promise this will absolutely transform your essay. Even if you do nothing else, this alone will put you ahead of most applicants. I have many videos on my channel dedicated to this. The next mistake I want you to address is writing about things that happened to you without showing what you did. Some students spend the entire essay describing problems, family challenges, school issues, health setbacks, and then the essay just kind of ends. But colleges honestly don't really care about your life story unless it involves wealthy parents who are donating. They want to see your initiative, your growth, and the choices you made. An essay that spends too long discussing challenges without highlighting what you did lacks agency and doesn't give the admissions officer what they're looking for. You won't get points for tough circumstances, they will mostly consider how you responded. Before we proceed to the next mistake, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris from Mooshly.com. I have an English bachelor's with a creative writing concentration and an MBA. I'm a consultant and professional writer, and I've helped many students improve their applications and get accepted to elite academic programs and institutions around the world, including Ivy Leagues, medical schools, law schools, PhDs, and graduate business programs. I frequently get asked for college application advice, so I publish some here to help you for free. I've also written a very thorough college essay introduction guide I highly recommend you check out. It's designed to be actionable and can get you started on your essay in minutes. Click the link in the description to download it for free. The next mistake, and I could have even mentioned this first, is not practicing concision. I have never, ever read a single essay that didn't benefit from some concision. I think high school sometimes inadvertently teaches you to pad your essays with word count requirements and arbitrary page restrictions. You're often rewarded for longer work. In the Neolithic era, when I was in high school, we would change the font size of punctuation to hit page requirements because you were often not graded on substance, but length. If you were able to take an essay with 3-page requirement and express exactly the same content in a page and a half, you would be penalized because it didn't meet the requirement. Strong writing is clear and concise. The more words you can cut from your essay without changing or losing meaning, the better. In your final draft, every single word should add value. And if you can cut words, combine sentences, or cut paragraphs without losing meaning, you should. The more concision you can practice in your essay, the better. Cut everything that is redundant or unnecessary. Next, I encourage you not to lock in your first idea. Many students go with the first idea that comes to mind and then try to force it because they're already committed to it. Your first idea may be your best idea, but my favorite way to ensure you apply with a compelling topic is to draft multiple ideas first, even if some are messy. Then analyze their strengths and weaknesses and fit in your application narrative. If your first idea is still the best topic, great, but I wouldn't get attached to any individual idea too early. Your essay shouldn't be a reiteration of your resume. Some students more or less repeat their activities list, again, often because I think that they don't have experiences worth writing about. And I hope you leave this video with confidence that no matter what your life has looked like to this point, you have story-worthy moments that will make an excellent essay. I promise you, I could write you an essay about tissue paper that would get you into Harvard. Do not undermine all your hard work because you have nothing worth writing about. I'll leave you with 2 quick mistakes. First, don't conflate replacing every single word in your essay with something you found in the thesaurus with unique writing. You can copy and paste your essay to ChatGPT and ask for it to replace every word with a 6-syllable synonym, and it won't be stronger. Strong writing is clear. If you're a talented writer, absolutely, feel free to flex your skills. Your college essay is not a dry academic research paper. You have room to showcase your writing ability. That said, if writing is not necessarily your forte, I would much rather you utilize clear language you have a strong command over than throw in the dictionary.com word of the day and hope for the best. Finally, getting feedback is important, but too much feedback, especially from people who don't know how college admissions really works, can dilute your voice and lead to generic, over-edited essays. When I took writing workshop class as an undergrad, we referred to bland, over-edited work as workshopped. It removes all risk from your work by sucking the life out of it. And I would say college essays are even tougher because everyone thinks they're entitled to an opinion, even if they're not an excellent writer. I'd recommend you choose a few trusted reviewers and carefully consider their feedback. Because ultimately, if your essay sounds like it was written by a committee, it might be safe, but it certainly won't be good. I routinely publish practical videos like this to help with your college applications and life on campus. So, if you found this helpful, subscribe now to make sure you catch the next one. Don't forget to grab your free college essay introduction guide from the link in the description, and I'll see you next time.